Growing African vegetable in the backyard. August garden tour. Hello, welcome to 77's Garden, where we talk about gardening, ways to save money, and other special events. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get notified of all upcoming videos. So let's start over here. You can see over here we have some sweet bitter leaf bekang over here. See the pumpkins doing great. We have another one right over here. The leaves are already turning yellow. The temperature is changing a little bit, so it's not as hot as it used to be, but some of the pumpkins are getting ready to be harvested. So we planted these pumpkins earlier than regular pumpkins, so that's why some of them are ready to be harvested. So over here we have some tomatoes over here. Tomatoes still coming out. This is one of the last one that I transplanted. And over here we have some nice sweet bitter leaf bekang coming out. This is the last raised bed that we planted, and we planted it like a month ago. Transplanted some of the seeds in here, and it's doing great. Already harvested a little bit. We're gonna harvest more now. We have some garden egg over here. We have some water leaf over here. We have tomatoes over here. These tomatoes all gone. We got some disease on it and it's all gone. We harvested a few from it, but I think that is it for that particular tomatoes over here. So this bed over here, this raised bed over here, we have sweet bitter leaf bekang, also known as bekang over here. They are all doing great. And this other raised bed is also bekang. You can see we just harvested it yesterday, and it's doing really well. The raised beds this year, if you've been following me for a while, these raised beds all over here, I did them this year, and they have really produced very well. So if you can have a raised bed, you can make a raised bed. Make a raised bed. Much better production and much nicer and presentable garden. So if you haven't done a raised bed, it's also very comfortable and easy to walk in the bed and grab stuff from the bed. So check out my video on how I made these raised beds for under $25, and how I also filled it for under $25. There's a couple of videos that shows you how to do this, and it's very easy to do, and you can get all the tips and tricks on how I was able to do it and improve the garden so much this year. So over here we have some bell peppers that are growing in containers over here. You can see, same with this over here. These ones still have a long way to go to be harvested. This one is, I'll say maybe another week we should be able to harvest this. We have sweet bitter leaf on containers over here. Over here we have water leaf. Over here we have water leaf in this raised bed. And we also have some garden eggs. These garden eggs, the seeds dropped in this location here last year, so they just came out themselves, and I just let them go, so that way I can I'll just try to control them. I took out quite a few and transplanted them in the garden, but the rest I just left them in here. So we'll see how it does. Maybe we might be able to harvest 1 or 2 garden eggs from them. We have some herbs over here. We have our zucchini over here. Zucchini is also, like pumpkins, also dying. We harvested some huge zucchinis. Check out my video on how zucchinis, the large zucchinis that I harvested from them. And over here we have some bell peppers this one is really producing very well. Check out my video on how you can grow bell peppers like this in 5-gallon containers. As you can see, the production on these bell peppers, a lot of production. And we already harvested like quite a few from this already, so, and it's still producing very well. Over here, this is our fabric raised bed. The fabric raised bed is doing really well. We have sweet bitter leaf bekang on this side, and we have water leaf on the other side. and they're all doing really, really nice and producing. We've harvested so many times on them already, and they're still producing. So over here we have some containers. We're growing in some containers over here, and the containers that we have sweet bitter leaf in one, water leaf, and huckleberry in the other ones. We have a combination of anchia and bekang on the other ones over here. In this over here bed over here, we have sweet bitter leaf, and the sweet bitter leaf is also doing very, very well. We also have some bell peppers that we're growing in the raised bed. Bell pepper is also doing great, you can see. And we also have some garden egg over here. So over here, this is the cherry tomatoes we had over here. It's dying down right now. But usually it's really nice when you get into the garden like that and you can grab something, put it in your mouth, and you're able to eat while doing stuff in the garden. I love to do that. So yeah, this is lettuce that I let go to seeds. The seeds are ready to be harvested. I'm gonna harvest it. If you want to know how to harvest seeds and of lettuce and other items in the garden, let me know in the comments below. I've made a few videos already about various ways to harvest different variety of seeds. But if there's any particular one that you want to know, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see if I can. If I haven't done it, I'll make a video of it. So over here, this is our raised bed for tomatoes. Some of the tomatoes died already because of blight and other stuff, but some are still producing. You can see some are still producing, and they're still going on. I was thinking of putting, I have a few other tomatoes that I got them from cuttings. I'm thinking of putting them over here just to continue producing, because we still have at least a month or month and a half, and those tomatoes are already producing in the small containers that I have them. So I might just replace a few of them and have the tomatoes continue producing over here. So in the back over here we have kale over here, we have okra over here, we have pumpkins, and we have some garden eggs over here. These garden eggs, they're doing okay. Some of them we harvested, some of them already. You can see we have some insects really trying to destroy these ones. See, I need to spray these insects. They bite it and they put in some eggs into the garden egg, and it destroys the garden egg. So I have to spray this, to probably spray it with neem oil to see if I can eliminate or send them away. So on this area over here we have pumpkins. Pumpkins are just growing and just spreading all over. We harvest the pumpkin leaves, we eat the pumpkin leaves, and later on, once the pumpkin mature, we eat the pumpkins themselves. So the pumpkins are doing really, really well over here. So over here we have kale right here. We have sweet bitter leaf on this bed over here. Over here we have anchia in this bed right here, and the anchia is still tiny. We harvested some of them already. We have okra over here, so you can see the okra is producing really, really well. This is the biggest one we have, and these two right here, I'm just letting them go to seeds so that I can get some seeds. And this one, the seeds that I had, I wasn't able to start them early because I couldn't find the seeds that I saved a couple of years ago. So trying to save these seeds, so next year I will be able to plant them early, and I'll be able to harvest a lot more okra from the garden. So but we have these other ones that we're gonna be able to harvest. These other small ones that are coming out, we're gonna be able to harvest them. But these ones over here, I'm gonna save them for seeds. We have more anchia over here. We have pumpkins over here. Beans, you can see this is our green beans. I'm doing the same thing over here, letting these green beans go to seeds. You can see the insects that are really trying to eat. I need to spray. I haven't sprayed the garden with neem oil for a while, so I'm sure that's why they just so I need to spray the garden and try to eliminate some of these insects over here. But these beans, I'm gonna save these two. I bought these green bean seed this year because the ones that I had I used last year, and I wasn't able to save some last year or 2 years ago. So I have quite a few green beans right here. So I'm gonna harvest some of them and let the other ones go to seed, so that way we can have more seeds for next year. And then we're gonna try to see we can get some of these green beans, harvest some of these green beans, and save them and use them regularly. We also have some pumpkins that's also growing behind it. Some pumpkins over there. The pumpkins are also doing great. So we have some pumpkins over here and huckleberry over here. So down over here on this bed we have some kale. We harvested the kale already, and then we also have huckleberries over here. We have more huckleberries over here. We have some insects eating the huckleberry leaves. They're very tiny insects. Like I said, I think I have to spray the garden either today or tomorrow just to eliminate some of these insects. I'll use neem oil. That's what I've been using to eliminate some of them this year. So we also have a lot of pumpkins over here, and the pumpkins are really doing well. Same down with this other bed over here. We have pumpkins. And this is green right here. This is green, also known as African spinach, already producing flowers. If you let green produce flowers like these, they're gonna spread all over your garden. So we usually try to cut the green before it gets to flowers, so that way it doesn't spread all over the garden. Now that it has produced seeds like these, we're gonna try to see if we can harvest or cut the seeds and get rid of it before the seeds mature, so that way it doesn't spread the green all over the garden. So we also have some huckleberries over here that have turned to seeds, and you can harvest it and save the seeds and dry it and save the seeds for next year. But I don't really need these particular seeds. I have a few seeds already, but I have a different variety that I prefer, that I'm not gonna harvest these. They're gonna drop on the ground, and next year they're gonna germinate again. So I'm not worried about the huckleberry seeds for now. Down here we have more pumpkins. We have pumpkins. You can see the pumpkins, they're still growing right there. We have pumpkins. We harvested the potatoes that were over here, and that section is now only pumpkin growing in that section over there. So that is it for this side of the garden. We also have the containers that we have over here. We have anchia over here, and huckleberry. The huckleberry that I sprinkled in here just came out and is also doing well. We harvested the huckleberry and also harvested the anchia. And this one over here is all anchia, like I said. So yeah, they're doing great. Same with this over here. This is sweet bitter leaf, tomatoes right there. Tomatoes doing great. And then we also harvested this anchia that we have in this container over here. So that is it for the garden. The side I'm going to show you guys the side of the house, so what's going on the side of the house. So let's go. On the side of the house over here, we have tomatoes, cherry tomatoes going, and over here we have water leaf. On this side we have mostly water leaf. They're all doing great. On this side we have sweet bitter leaf, also known as bekang, over here. And then we have some pumpkins in the back. I just planted pumpkins to see if we can climb up here, and I think it's doing that. But that is it for this side of the house. The tomatoes, we still have some tomatoes doing well over here that needs to be harvested. The pear that we had over there, we harvested all the pear already from that tree. I think we have just 1 or 2 left over there. So on this other side of the house, we have water leaf over here. We have some tomatoes over here. We had some pumpkin that I was growing in the bag over here. The pumpkin is dying down already. Some of them are still doing, one of them is doing great. The other one is dying down already. We have a blueberry right here. We have garden egg, and we have more water leaf, and some of them have gone to seeds. You can see right here they've gone to seeds. So we're gonna harvest the seeds and then continue harvesting it and save the seeds for next year. So that is it for the garden. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, smash the like button. If you are not following me yet, follow me for more videos like this, and don't forget to share. Thanks for watching. Happy growing.